Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land, and it's snowing already. So that high temperature they gave us for a forecast for December of 66 must be it was at midnight when December came, because it's already snowing. But I don't know. We'll try. I'm pretty sure we should be able to mow the grass. I don't think the grass is as high as it can be. It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, it looks like the grass may be at medium stage for growth. But we're going to try cutting it today anyways, but that means we got to sell silage. But before we get to all that, we're going to buy ourselves a trailer. Oh yeah, a trailer. Well, what you got a trailer? Why are you buying a trailer for? Because a lot of you have been asking for this, and I finally saw one on the Giants Mod Hub. It is an autoloading trailer, and it's the same one that we currently have, in a way. It is the Strotman. This is the autoloader right here. Now, when you go on the Giants Mod Hub, and this is only available for PC and Mac, you also have to download the script for it to be an autoloader, and that link should be in the mod as well. So, but you do have to download. It's two separate links you gotta click on. But autoload for pallets, that's what we're looking for right there. So right now, this is only going to cost us $9 grand, but I think we're going to change up this a little bit. Trailer board, we're going to go with these tires here, the BKT. They're just a little bit wider. You can kind of see the difference there. They just seem, well, I don't know if they're wider, but they look a little bit more beefier. And there's no extra charge for that. As for the color, well, we're going to change the color some here. Oh, no charge for changing the color? Okay, we'll go jet black there. And on here, do I want to go with the Vultra? Kind of a lime green color. No charge for changing the color of the paint. I like that as well. And plates, we're not going to have no plates on this at all. So we'll do it that way. So $9,000 for this trailer. Autoloader, let's go ahead and buy that, and we'll give this a whirl because we need to sell the bread. The bread is the first thing we're going to sell today. If we go ahead and look at what the bread's going for. I was looking at silage because we're going to sell at 185 and rising on the silage. Bread, where's the bread? Bread. 1850 at the supermarket. So, let's go get our autoloading trailer, and we got loads of bread to bring over to the supermarket. So as I get down to the store, I'm also going to fuel up with some diesel because we're a little bit on the diesel. I know, repair the T6 again. I just checked on it. It's going to be like over $6 grand to repair the T6. And while I'm on the repairing part of it, I'm all for the concept of as the tractor gets older, it's going to wear down faster, as you would expect. But I think there needs to be some adjustment on the ratio or the speed of how fast the repair status is on it, or maybe the cost of it for sure. But anyways, let's get on down to the store and let's get ourselves that autoloading trailer, and we'll give it a good go and see how it works. Here we are topping off with some diesel. Now let's go get our trailer. It's going to save me a lot of time when it's needed. But as for snowing today, I didn't think it was going to snow until later in the afternoon, but here it is. As for some people suggesting I trade in the T6 and get a bigger tractor, the T6 right now is only worth like $35,000, something like that. So if I were to trade in the T6, and with the money I got, I can't even afford a brand new T6 with a 175 horsepower engine. So trading in the T6 and getting a bigger tractor, this is not going to happen. It's not. I don't think it's even worth selling this T6 at this point for exactly what it's worth. All right, let's go down to the bakery and see how the autoloading system works here in Farming Simulator 22. I assume it's going to be pretty much like it was and has been in previous versions. Let me bring up the menu here. Let's see. Fasten belts, markers, tip what side. Loading type, Euro pallet. So there's different type of pallets in the game, which I have not paid too much attention to. So there's the Euro pallet, the liquid tank, big bag pallets, round cotton. Ooh, wait. This will do cotton bales? Euro pallet, overloaded. It does round cotton bales, but it doesn't do... Why not the rectangular one? Okay, well... we shall see how it goes here. All right, so if I just pull up these pallets, is it just going to auto-load, or do I have to activate it, or what's it going to do here? Are these the Euro pallets? Bread is not accepted here. We know that. Enable auto-load. So I can load 12. Is that what it's saying? Oh, okay. That is kind of neat the way that just loaded. So basically I got to pull up to the pallets, and it's going to recognize how many are in the area. And then I hit R for auto loading. And boom. Enable auto load. Can I load more? Okay, I don't think so. It shows there's three in the area, but I think we are loaded on up. So I did not know that this did cotton bales, but only does the round ones. Let me go ahead and strap those in, so this is kind of professional here. Alright, let's go on down to the supermarket. So 20,000 liters of bread is what we got. And that definitely stacks a lot better than what I could ever do with it. As we know that for sure. But this should be a pretty good darn payday. Almost 2,000 liters per 1,000. So instead of getting 40, we're going to get like maybe $37,000 for this load of bread right here. I just want to be careful going around corners. Now, I don't know, in like 19 on auto-loading systems, when you auto-loaded the stuff on the trailer, it technically wasn't on the trailer, so the weight wasn't there. So it may not tip over. Is this going to sell without having to unload it? It does. I said about 37,000, and we got... Well, there's 37,000. All right. Okay, my math is on board tonight. Let's go get some more pallets. I just thought we got plenty of them. So now we're going to have this auto-loading trailer, and we're going to have our other trailer that now we can just keep as a grain trailer, transporting trailer, because we're going to be selling some silage later on here, or I should say pretty darn soon, and then hopefully cut the grass. Now the grass only has one stage of fertilization on it. I'm trying to figure out, since the grass is not as tall as it can be, do I want to go ahead and fertilize it before I cut it? Good questions, huh? I'm thinking I might. Let's see, let's go ahead and load those up. This is going to be a darn good payday for us, but remember, we need about $200,000 in order for us to go ahead and do the cotton harvest this upcoming season, which is not really going to be a problem getting the money. Because we're going to be pretty much there just with the bread. Silage, I'm probably going to get maybe like $35,000, $40,000 for silage. Yeah. A good amount of money. Yeah, I'm thinking probably for the amount of money we're going to have, it's not going to hurt to lease the fertilizer spreader to take care of the grass, and then we'll cut it. But we're not going to get the 240,000 liters that we normally get. The grass is at medium height, I think, not the extreme height that it can be. So while I was taking care of the rocks, and the rocks should be almost already processed into lime. But as I was doing some rock collecting, I was looking at the store thinking, okay, what would the next tractor be if I need, if I want to get a bigger tractor? And I think we're going to go with the new brand tractor that's in the game for 22, and that's the McCormick. I think it's going to cost about $225,000 brand new with the smallest engine in it. And I think I might as well just show it to you because it won't be today, but at least you'll know what I'm headed for. Medium tractors, I'll scroll the way down. The X8 VT drive, and the base horsepower is 264, but if I were to bump it on up, it could go up to 310. So that will help us on out. How much would that cost me? 243, so it's 220 to 243. Probably after we do the cotton harvest. Probably. We'll see how the money situation goes. I was looking at a lot of things. Whoops, I don't want to hit that button. I was looking at a lot of things when I was doing the rock picking. The new field, if you will, I was looking at, when I was looking at on the PDA map, I thought that was the biggest field, and I still think that the other field over by the sawmill, and when you look on the PDA, that looks like it's the biggest field. So this field that we created here just recently, it looks just a tiny bit smaller than the other one. But anyways, as I was doing all the stone picking, I was looking at a lot of things of where I'm going to be going in the series and where to spend the money next. Let's pull up in here. I'll turn that off now because now I know what buttons I need to hit. Now, I'm not going to use the autoloader all the time, but probably for a little while I will, because it's a little feature. And yeah, like I said, it's still... Am I not close enough to that pallet? It's only available on PC and Mac. But it is on the Giants Mod Hub, and when you go to the autoloading, does it not sense that there? Alright, so maybe the way it loaded up... I gotta make another trip anyway, so I'll come back and get the other 4. But when you look at the autoloading trailer, when you click on the mod, it'll show you that you need the script mod for the trailer as well. So just make sure you get both, because then the autoloading system will work. I got excited though when I saw the round cotton bales. I'm like, ooh, I could autoload the round cotton bales on here. I'm like, oh good, it's going to take... I would assume this should be able to take one of the rectangular ones from the case. But maybe the weight of the cotton module is too heavy for this type of trailer. I mean, saving myself to lease the cotton trailer is not the biggest concern I had. The biggest concern I got is the leasing fee of the case cotton module harvester. Well, there's our $200,000 that we need, but I'm probably going to spend some of that before we get to there anyways. Who knows? Alright, so one last trip here with the bread. Now, Bread Pit is still making bread. I think we'll get like another 16,000 liters of bread. I got like 30,000 liters of flour left in the bakery. So we could be selling some bread maybe next month. Okay, I got those. Let's see. We'll load this one up. This was the one I couldn't load up previously. Alright, so now it took it. So I'm not too sure. Go ahead and strap those in. I mean, yeah, definitely a time saver. Is it realistic? Of course not, but, you know. In the future here, and even currently now, definitely a huge time saver. So let's go sell the last of our bread. Bring our new trailer back. I got to find a nice little parking spot for it, but I think I got a couple spots I can go ahead and place it with no problem. And then it's just a matter of selling our silage, although silage price is going up, so I don't know if I want to do the silage now or wait a little bit. Even that little bit amount of bread, $7,403. Yeah, I probably should go ahead and sell the silage right away so I can get cutting the grass. I don't want to wait too long because I don't know if the snow is going to accumulate, and once it accumulates, can I cut the grass after the snow accumulates? I'm not too sure about that. I'm trying to remember if I used to cheese it that way in 19 with seasons as well. I don't remember. But what a way to start the episode. We got ourselves a new autoloading trailer, and we just sold $100,000 worth of bread. If only Bread Pit would make bread a little bit faster, and I know it's hard saying that we already got a modded production building as well. Oh, and as for a couple of the comments have come in on the past couple of episodes I need to touch up on. The production buildings are buildings that we pay for. It's the sell point buildings that we don't have to pay for. So when it comes to the spinnery and the tailor shop, we pay for those. If it's a selling point like the restaurant, Lord of the Wings, or the supermarket, those we don't pay for. So as for picking up the rocks, we did pretty good. We got a really good amount of lime. Actually, the lime production is still, well, it might be done now. I'm not too sure. Just before I started recording, I had about 100 liters of rocks left. I do notice, though, when I take corners with this trailer, the trailer seems to tip kind of. The other trailer, the other Stratman trailer we had, doesn't do that. I wonder if it's something to do with the tires. Is it just because it's a light trailer? I don't remember the other trailer doing that. kind of interesting. So I got to be careful going around corners, even more so with this trailer than the other trailer, apparently. We'll check the production buildings here in a second because I want to make sure I shut down the line production because that does cost quite a bit to run. So now I don't have to convert the trailers from from a grain trailer over to a pallet trailer. This will fit in here nicely. Gonna squeeze in here. Think so. Alright, we are free of the trailer. Let's go down to our production buildings line. Looks like we're done. So we ended up with 33,434 liters of lime. Let's go ahead and deactivate that. So for every liter of rock we put in, we get a liter of lime. Alright, so that should be taken care of. So next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and lease the belt for selling silage. Yeah, I am going to lease it. $38,000 to buy it. I'm not sure, because I'm not going to be using the belt too often. Once we get cows, I'm not going to be using the belt to sell silage. So I'd rather just lease it for... Wait, how much is it to lease it? $2,000. Well, which is not too bad. I think this might be the 4th time I've leased it. So I've spent $8,000 leasing a belt that I don't own. Yeah, I know. I've never been one for leasing in my Farming Simulator series. I always like going ahead and buying the stuff. But I'm trying out the leasing side of things more in 22 than I ever have. Well, let's go down and grab the belt. We'll hook it up to our... Well, I don't want to say hook it up. You don't hook it up to anything. We'll put that into our silo bunker, get our trailer, start bringing the silage on down to the store. I know the price is going up, but the way the snow's coming in, I wanna get to that grass cutting as soon as I possibly can. Might be time to start doing a little bit more landscaping around here and making this road more of a road because I've been going up and down this path quite a bit. So it's going to be worn in just a little bit more. Let's bring this, I don't know why I came in this way. We need to go sneak through here. Getting over to our silage bunker. And drop it off and start getting this thing up and going. Bringing a whole bunch more cash. I was thinking on the way here, I do want to take a quick look at the forecast just to see... oh, wrong one. So it's going to get warmer in the afternoon hours, so if the snow does accumulate, I don't think it's going to. But we should be fine there. I'm not even sure if I can even cut the grass while it's snowing. I'm not too sure about that, so we're going to find out about that a little bit later on here. But first thing we need to do is let's go ahead and uncover our bunker. Let's raise up the belt. Alright, let's squeeze through here. Let's go get our trailer. Let's start selling the silage. Yeah, I'm not going to bother fixing the T6 until I'm done today because just fixing it now and then cutting the grass, if I can, it's just going to wear it down quite a bit. Like I said, I do like the concept of how it wears down as it gets more, wears down faster as you put more hours onto it. But I think it just needs a little bit of adjusting. Because we only have 50 hours on this thing. Oh, before I forget, if you're watching this when it goes live, which this should be out on a Monday, on Tuesday, if you're a fan of the With a Farm series I had going on, that makes its return tomorrow. I just recorded an episode of With a Farms. That is currently uploading as I speak. So, With the Farms makes its return tomorrow on Tuesday. If you're wondering about what is With the Farms, that's kind of an extension from the No Man's Land series from 19 as well. So, kind of have to watch No Man's Land, then I convert over to With the Farms, Spoilers. But yeah, we moved over to With the Farms after that, and I stopped putting out the With the Farms series. I did not realize this, but just the days before Farming Simulator 22 came out, and just not have time to get back to it. But now we're getting back to With the Farms. I don't know how much longer that series is going to go on. Just going to play it episode by episode and see what happens. The next thing that we need to know and see what happens is how much this silage sells for. Well, we know what it sells for. It doesn't matter how much money we get per trailer. I just remembered on the way down here, I should be selling my wood chips today as well, because I think wood chips sell really good in December, which means that's over to the biomass heating plant. Let's go ahead and unload 12,000 liters of silage and see what we get. It should be over $2,000, I think. Maybe 22 something. 22.50. I'll just say 22.50. I think it's what I usually get in the winter time. All right, 22.28. So many more loads to go. Instead of you watch me go back and forth with all these loads, it's like 15 of them. I'll bring it back when we're just about done. Last trip on down to the store to sell silage. Many trips. I was kind of hoping actually when I was doing the last trip, I'm like, oh, please all fit. And it's like, oh, I got more, which is great to always have more. That means more money. It was another trip. As you can see, I came all the way down here for 1,500 liters. But that brings us up to $255,811 in our bank account. While we're down here, we're going to make our trips count. We're going to go into the store, and I did double check on the used vehicle sale, and we got ourselves a plow. We do have a log vehicle. I won't say vehicle, but it's a trailer. Transport treat logs, and this is for seeding and fertilizing. Well, not fertilizing what we're about to do, but that is an extension of a seeder. But definitely don't have that. I know a few people mentioned time to get a bigger plow. Well, in order for us to get a bigger plow, need a bigger tractor. So it's always nice to say, just get this. Money is what's kind of slowing us down. I don't want to say slowing us down. It's slowing our progression of what maybe everyone's saying, just get bigger this, bigger that. What am I looking for here? Fertilizer spreaders, that's right. Yep. Let's get the same one as always. We'll lease that one for $12.75. Yep, while we're down here. And while we're down here, I don't know how much fertilizer I have back at the farm. So let's go ahead and just get one of these, because I'm only doing the grass field. And it's not like I don't need fertilizer. I'll need it for other things. I almost got confused there, because like I said, I just got done recording an episode of With the Farms in Farming Simulator 19, and I have a New Holland on that farm, but that New Holland does not have a front PTO. I was like, wait a minute, I just got myself, I can't attach that. Yes, you can, because, yeah, it's a different New Holland. You're all set. Let's go ahead and top off, well, I say top off this, grab our fertilizer. And then we'll go ahead and fertilize. Oh, what? Before I forget, because I almost did, let's go to leasing. Belt systems, that can be returned. Yep. And also, while I'm in here fiddling with controls, where are the wood chips? Planks, furniture, wood chips. Those are actually some pretty darn good prices. I guess it doesn't really matter where we go, but I think we're going to go to the biomass heating plant because I put it down. So we'll probably go ahead and do that. I don't have a whole lot of wood chips, but it's just money sitting there, and I do believe December is the peak season to sell that. So, let's see. I can fertilize the grass field first. Then I can dump the fertilizer out. We can have the fertilizer spreader returned. And then, since I got the trailer already on here, we'll go to have a seat. Grab the wood chips out of there. I don't think it's a full trailer. Then go to the sawmill and then go to the biomass plant, sell the wood chips. And after we do that, grab our other trailer, the autoloading trailer. We're going to go back and load up the tomatoes. I kind of forgot about the tomatoes. We're going to sell those. And that way everything is sold. Oh, also before I put this trailer away, I need to feed the chickens. I know a lot of work here to be done in December, but it's going to be busy. Well, even though it's snowing out, I can barely see where I've been with the fertilizer. Now I'm not going to try to get the field too perfect because it's not going to be that great of a harvest that it always is. Now we usually get about what, 243. I'm not sure what to expect when the grass is at medium height. So let's just take a swing and say 170. I mean, is that still too much? I have no idea. But we get what we get. I might as well go ahead and cut it because this grass is going to go all the way down to the first growth stage, I believe, through winter. So we might as well go ahead and cut it. And who knows if it ferments, well, it should ferment by next month or middle of January. We can go ahead and sell the silage again. And silage should be a pretty good price in January as well. Although I just probably shouldn't have returned the belt, right? That was kind of not smart, I suppose. Oh well. I just realized that. I'm like, yeah, I could sell it tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, then you got to get the belt, which you just returned. Oh well. Mistakes. Mistakes are always made here anyways. Hopefully I got enough fertilizer. I got some fertilizer, I do believe, back at, in the shed. I've gone through quite a bit of the fertilizer already. Yeah, I think I probably should have bought some more. Actually, I think I'm going to get it just barely. I have missed a few pieces here and there, but that's the majority of the field right there taken care of. Alright, so it's going to go over to our shed so I can dump off the 315 liters that we got left in the fertilizer spreader. I can return that, right? I don't need it for anything else, I don't think. Yeah, let's go ahead and unload that. No. Why is it? Am I going to have to empty out the... Yeah, I'm going to have to unhook the trailer. Oh, put your chainsaw away. Alright. There we go. Now can I unload... There we go. Now we can unload the fertilizer spreader. Alright, let's go ahead and return that. Alright, now let's hook up the trailer again. Nope, wrong button. Wrong buttons. Before I forget, let me top off the chickens because we want to make sure the chickens always stay 100% healthy because they're producing some eggs for us. And then when I go cut grass, I got to remember to top off our sheep. I don't know how the sheep are doing up there, but hopefully they're doing okay. I think they should be able to go all the way through March. The way they were consuming grass wasn't that much of a deal. How much are you guys going to take here? I shouldn't say you guys. It's mostly females and one male, Ronnie the rooster. So it can hold 10,000 liters, and we got 12,000 liters here, so it can't take it all. Were they completely empty? No, almost though. They had about 480 liters left. So I did not know they were that low, so I'm glad we fed the chickens. Alright, so now let's go over to the furniture shop. We'll top off. I don't know if we'll top it off. I actually don't know how much wood chips we actually have. But we have made a lot of furniture and planks since we've been here, so this will be the first time we've actually sold wood chips, I think. I know it took me a while when I put down the furniture shop to find out where the trigger was to take out the wood chips. Yeah, got to make some more roads around here so I'm not driving through the trigger areas. So this is where we get our wood chips from the furniture shop. Alright, so that was $37.64. Now for the sawmill, which I think is going to have a little bit more. Are we going to get a full trailer? Almost. Almost. Alright, now the tricky part is I gotta remember exactly, I mean, I know roughly where the biomass heating plant is, but don't know exactly where it is. But if I follow this field along here and just kind of go in a straight line, that should be bring up to the biomass heating plant. There are no roads going to it currently. And I guess the thing I fell for when I put down the biomass heating plant, we put it down, or I put it down. I'm not going to involve you guys into that because I put it down to sell silage at. And I guess the reason why I thought it did in 22, because in 19 I had the biomass heating plant I was using took silage. That's what happened when you get used to using a mod over and over again. You think, or did they change it in 22 and it was that way in 19? I don't remember if I was using a modded one in 19 or not. I think I used it on the Pacific Northwest in 19. Either way, I think it's around the corner of that forest, little forest area right in front of us. We'll have a quick look around here to make sure I'm not going around it or past it. Nope, I saw the trigger. It's actually out here. I can see the trigger marks in the distance. So we're going to get a decent amount of money for the wood chips. I mean, it's wood chips after all. Alright, so for almost, we'll just say 11,000 liters. I forgot what it was going for, like 122 per 1,000. So just over 1,000, like 1,200 maybe. Actually, it's gonna be more than that. Like 1,800 maybe. Okay, so 1,388. I didn't have a clue. Did not have a clue. All right, so now am I done with this trailer? I think I'm done with this trailer. Time to go back to the farm, put the other trailer back on. We're gonna sell tomatoes, and the question is, where are we bringing the tomatoes to? Tomatoes, $5.35 at the farm shop. That's where we're going. All right, Mr. Autoloader, let's get these pallets loaded on up. I don't know how many is actually inside the greenhouse. Come over to here. That would be it. Strap those puppies in. And I know my way to the store at this point. I made about 20 trips on down there. One more trip today, I think. Hopefully it's only one more trip. So probably close to 4,000 in tomatoes. That can be pretty close. Find out here in a few moments. As they always slowly seem to sell, but you know what? As long as the money's going up, I'm not going to care too much. And I'm going to take a quick look at, because we've already looked at the Case cotton module harvester. I want to look at the John Deere cotton harvester, see how much that would be to lease. Because I would have the money to be able to do so. $4,016. Alright. So cotton technology, so we saw the Case, that's like what, 25 to lease it? Yeah, $25 and $10,000 for every additional hour that we go ahead and run it. So let's go ahead and back on up. And the John Deere to lease, $43,000 to lease it, and $17,000, pretty close to $18,000 for every additional hour that we tend to lease it. So yeah, definitely gonna be using the Case either way, because I'll save my. Just be like, well, get the John Deere. You don't have to lease a trailer. For $20,000 more to lease a John Deere, I'd rather go ahead and lease a trailer for, I don't know, like 500 bucks. So it's definitely a lot better for us there. All right, so I think I've sold everything that we would be selling. So we're all set. I mean, we started the day at 100,000. bought ourselves a trailer, and now we're up to almost $260,000 in the bank account. January could be a good month as well because we're going to make some more bread. Fingers crossed, we're going to find out here if we can do some more silage by cutting the grass. And, you know, we're not that far from the peak seasons for bread and silage in the month of January. So we'll probably sell some more then. And before long, we'll be in the springtime. March, for February, technically, we can plant cotton. And we're going to plant cotton in 3 fields. The 2 big fields, one by the sawmill, that one right there, and the one down by the grain mill. We're going to plant cotton in all 3 of those fields. The other 3 fields will be probably wheat for the chickens. And then, of course, we still got our grass field. But that is the plan as of now. This autoloading trailer is kind of an oddball because it seems to tip in the opposite direction when I turn. But I was trying it on the way down with the tomatoes by turning really fast. I'm like, well, if it tips over, not that big of a deal. I got an autoloader. I can just re-autoload the pallets back on there. With weight on the trailer, didn't do anything. So when the trailer's light, it does some weird stuff here and there. But overall, it's an autoloading trailer, so that's going to help us out when we need it to. And today, it helped us out quite a bit for all the loading I did. Just pull forward a bit because I got to make sure I can get out of the tractor. I don't want to be in the trailer. I want to get out of the tractor. Okay, so unload that. So now the question is, because this is the first time I've tried mowing in the snow in 22, can we do so? The good news is the afternoon hours look like they're going to be good. So if I can't do it now, well, then I'll just have to wait until the afternoon. And just got to make sure that after I do one cut, I should go up and feed the the sheep. Oops. Then, of course, when I get all done, that's when I'll repair the T6. It's going to probably cost me the max, which is $9,315. Okay, so we'll lower the loading wagon. And lower that down. And it looks like we are cutting grass. Now, the only thing I don't know is, am I actually going to lose yield because it's quote-unquote raining / snowing as I mow? I'm not really sure. But if anyone knows for a fact if we do or don't. That was true in another game that I actually started my channel with, Farmer's Dynasty. You could harvest your crops in the rain or whatnot, but in Farmer's Dynasty, you lost about 70% of your yield harvesting in the rain. The game didn't say, oh, you can't harvest while it's raining. Farmer's Dynasty is like, yeah, go ahead and do it. But you're going to lose a lot of your yield that way. So it's just kind of hard to tell because, one, you know, I mowed this grass enough to know how fast the loading wagon should load up. The problem is the grass is not at its full height. And plus it's snowing out, so I'm not too sure of the combination. So I think what I'm going to do is, just to be on the safe side, is I'm going to stop mowing when I get over by the sheep. And we're just going to go up there and make sure the sheep have enough grass to get through the winter months, which I'm pretty sure they do. So usually what happens is when I get like 3/4 of the way around on the headland, I usually got a full loading wagon of grass. And right now I'm just at 55%. So I think I'm going to wait until the snow stops just to be sure about this. Let's turn that off. And now we'll turn the loading wagon off. And wonder how they're doing on water as well. Did I miss the trigger for the grass? Oh, you know why? Because it's still on. Nope, wrong. Nope, wrong button. There we go. I was like, wow, they don't need no grass? That can't be right. So they barely took anything. It's probably better if I just go in here. The chickens are looking good. Ronnie the rooster is 41 months old. So where are the hens that are 41 months old? Just to keep track, because people say as they get older, they won't produce as well. And they're still on 100% productivity. The sheep, on the other hand, they got a good amount of grass now. Water they're fine on, and we're up to 148 liters. Probably by March, they'll be mature sheep. And then they'll start reproducing every 6 months. Or whatever it is, I have no idea. But I think I'm going to wait until the snow stops before I continue on cutting the grass. I just don't know if I'm actually losing yield on the grass by cutting it while it's snowing out. Not too sure. I'm pretty sure it's not good for the equipment trying to mow while it's snowing out. Although it sounds kind of weird saying I'm mowing grass while it's snowing out, but you know what? It is what it is sometimes. So let's go ahead and just park this right here. So not too bad. I did have a quick look there for a second, just to see if McCormick made a bigger tractor than what I was looking at. And I looked in large tractors. I did not see another McCormick, but I think we're just going to try a McCormick tractor on out. So what was that? 260 horsepower, which is almost 100 horsepower more than the T6, but I can upgrade that to a 310 horsepower, which is decent sized. But we'll see how it goes. But by next episode, it'll probably be January, and we'll probably sell the rest of the bread, and we'll see how much grass I got. That should be fermenting or fermented into silage by then. We'll probably sell some more of that if it's good. And then fast forward until March or February, because if we go to our calendar here, nope, wrong calendar, cotton we can plant in February/March. It just seems kind of weird. Cotton is the only one that says, I can plant in the months of December, January, or February. We'll have to see what the weather's like in February. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but the sooner I plant it, the sooner I'll be able to harvest it in October. If I plant it in March, I won't be able to harvest it until November. And I want to get it in there as soon as possible, because the best time to sell clothing is March or April. Where is it here? Clothing. And if we go to here, April. So I want to harvest it as soon as I can, so we got time for our production plans to zip it all through, and we have all the clothing that we possibly can have when it comes time to sell in April. But anyways, the money is looking really good. Part of me is going to do this now because I was thinking about it also. We're going to pay off a little bit of our loan. You know what? No. We're going to stay at $100,000. That means we still have $218,000 in our bank account. Hopefully nothing comes up for sale that I need $220,000, because I'll be a little upset. Who knows? I doubt that's going to happen. But anyways, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.